Hello everyone and welcome to That Time Pietro Moved to My Island. There was a time when my island was a happy place. The flowers bloomed, painting the landscape with their vibrant hues. Butterflies danced in the warm sunlight, and the air was filled with the gentle hum of bees busy at work. The villagers were happy, their laughter echoing through the cobblestone streets as they exchanged beautiful stories. The sky was blue, unbroken by clouds, and the waves kissed the shore with a soothing rhythm. The nights were magical, with fireflies glowing like tiny lanterns and the stars shining so brightly they seemed close enough to touch. Everything was perfect. But perfection, it seems, is fleeting. Shadows began to creep in, slow and subtle at first, like a storm gathering on the horizon. The skies grew heavy with an ominous stillness. Something had changed. Pietro arrived, and I couldn't help but wonder if my island would ever be the same again. Grab your snacks, dim your lights, but not too much to be aware of your surroundings, because this is about to be a roller coaster of unsettling vibes. Today we're diving into the slightly terrifying tale of when Pietro the Clown, the suspiciously cheerful, pastel-colored and serial killerish vibe villager moved to my Animal Crossing island. So grab your favorite plushie for moral support and let's unravel this creepy chapter of my Animal Crossing life. This story takes us back in November 2021. Unfortunately, most of the clips and pictures got probably lost, so I had to dig through my friends' chat to piece things together. And honestly, their comments were so funny, I decided they deserved a spot in this video. Also, moving files from the Switch is a bit of a pain. Life was idyllic. My island was a true paradise. I had already reached 4 stars, and I think I was going for the 5-star rating. The villagers were vibing and getting along really well. KK's slider was working out every week. And guests regularly came by to just enjoy the island charm. My island was a safe space for everyone. And then Pietro's housing plot appeared. Like every villager, no big deal. I was actually curious, like who could be moving in? I had a list of specific villagers I wanted to invite to my island. So at the time, I was periodically checking no fee AC no fee on Reddit to see if someone I was interested in was moving. So I was really excited. But I didn't know yet. When this random housing plot appeared, I just walked over and I checked the name, and I actually had to Google him. I didn't know who Pietro was. At first I was like, it doesn't really fit my island vibe, but maybe he's not gonna be so bad. Famous last words. I tried to give him the benefit of doubt. I don't really want to be that person that judge a book by its cover. But Pietro wasn't like the others, and not in a good way. The more I talked to him, the weirder things got. He'd say things like, I mostly watched kung fu movies in my basement, and then waited for my arms to heal. Did you know that no one can hear me scream from my basement? While smiling, like he knew something I didn't, or something was about to happen. But again, maybe I'm judging him too hard. Maybe it's just all in my head. Just because he is a clown, it doesn't mean he's evil, right? Right? But this was not the only episode. Pietro kept saying something overly cheerful, but with unsettling undertones all the times. And once I got invited to his home, and it was just, I don't know, a crime scene. I swear that once I saw him walking around with bloody clothes in his picnic basket. I had to check on every single villager to make sure that everyone was okay, because I was fearing the worst. Something just wasn't right. My villagers kept hiding or disappearing. They mentioned Pietro and were starting to talk like him, even repeating his phrases. Sometimes I would find Pietro at night staring at me from behind a tree for too long, just hanging there menacingly. I had to protect my villagers. And this meant helping Pietro. I couldn't give up on him, but nothing ever worked. Things started to go downhill fast. My other villagers acted off. They'd whisper things about Pietro like, "Have you seen Pietro lately? He's different." The truth is, every one of us was different at that point. Even Isabel seemed unusually tense during her announcement. I suspect that Pietro was actually in the room with her. I think I even saw him one day pointing a gun at her. He started becoming a worldwide menace and began to be banned from other islands as well. At one point, something happened, and this was the breaking point that made me realize I was handling something bigger. I couldn't help Pietro. He started acting weird and breaking the fourth wall. I legit thought he'd hacked my game and my reality. This morning I heard children screaming, 3, 2, 1, Pietro! I'm scared. I had to admit defeat. Pietro was taking over my island and brainwashing my villagers and me. My mental health was not stable anymore. I could see my beautiful island slowly turning into ashes. Even Mr. Resetti couldn't reset him. I had lost hope, but one day I found this message. My friend, filled with determination and bravery, would be happy to take Pietro in. Pietro decided to accept the invite and set off on a new adventure, where no one knew him. I truly believe he wanted to start a new life and become a better person. Until I saw that he introduced himself as Giulivo. Was Pietro really his name? Why this change of identity? Was he perhaps wanted by the authorities? Who was Pietro running from? I guess we'll never know. But here's the thing. I couldn't stay mad at him. Beneath that creepy exterior, maybe Pietro was just lonely. Sure, his vibe was terrifying, but he deserved a fresh start. Who doesn't? Maybe my island was not the best place for him. I hope he's happier now, away from me. Or so I thought. Yo, Pietro forgot his home! I'll be honest, if he ever shows up at your campsite, just run. Do not let him move in. Your villagers and your sanity will thank you. What matters in the end is that everyone is happy and celebrating the departure of Pietro. Thank you for joining me today in this chaotic, spooky and kind of heartwarming journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, stuff, and let me know in the comments who's your creepiest villager and who's your favorite villager. And if you have a Pietro, tell him I say hi. Alright, see you next time and watch out for clowns. Bye!